Good morning, everybody. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to do something a little bit different today. First thing I want to do a little different is I'm going to start off with stretching on the mat. So get on the floor, hopefully on a carpeted floor. If not, maybe go stop the tape, get a towel so you can we're going to be on the floor for just about 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, I'll talk you through a little bit what we're going to do. If you have one of these mats, these are great. They fold up to a little ball. Okay, let's start with the butterfly. So get your heels together, your toes together. Grab your toes, pull your legs in, and wave your wings. Give them rock a little bit. I just did the workout for 5th through 8th graders, so I'm a little tired, so I need this stretching to cool down a little bit. Okay, just wave your wings just a little bit. Okay, let's do a two-legged stretch. So knees on the ground. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to slide our hands down to as far as you can. See if you can keep your knees on the ground. If you can only get to mid-shin, that's fine. You're going to hold it. If you can go a little bit further, then go ahead and do that. Now remember, the point is we're going to get to that point where it's to that Bahira point. If you remember what we did last time with the Bahira point. Okay. The Bahira choice point was that point where you are challenged. So you can do this with anything, so let's just focus it on a stretch. Okay, and you can you're going to make a choice of how far to go. Okay, so at some point, that's wherever it is, it's going to be your stretch point you're going to start to feel it. These muscles are tight, and they're really going to talk to you and tell you, hey, that's pretty tight. I don't want to go any further. So what I'd like you to do is to find that point. For me, it's grabbing my toes. Okay, for you, it might be your ankles. Some of you, it might be less. Everybody's individual. Find that point, and then I just want you to go slightly beyond it. You never go very far beyond a stretch point. Nor do you bounce. Okay, you're thinking of like these muscles, they're not quite like rubber bands, but you don't want to like stretch it very hard like that. So you just want to stretch it like a rubber band like that, a little bit more. We don't want it to pop. Your muscles won't pop, but they would get hurt a little bit. Find that point and hold it. You're going to go beyond it just a little bit. Okay, that's good. So put one leg in, and we're going to do the same thing. Find that Bahira point, that stretch point. Hold it, and then maybe go just a little bit further. Wherever that is for you. Okay, then let's go the other leg. Tuck it in, reach forward. Now, if you're like me, I just noticed that I can't get as far when I have this leg in. I don't know if it's these muscles here or the muscle over here that's tighter. Find your stretch point and then hold. And then as you breathe out, go a little bit further. And just try to relax into that. Okay, so the other thing that you're feeling, I'm feeling anyway, is that little slight discomfort with the stretch. And that's okay. That's not pain, that's just discomfort. Okay, the other one I wanted to do while we're on the mat is called a bridge. So get on your back, and we're gonna raise our hips up like that, and just hold them. Kind of like a reverse plank a little bit. And relax, come on down. And go up again. See if you can get your body kind of straight from your knees to your shoulders. That's pushing your hips up a little bit. Okay, good. All right, now let's do cat and cow. If you remember that, get on all fours. And we're going to round our back as we breathe in. And then when we breathe in, breathe out, we drop our belly, and that's the cow. So breathe in, cat. Breathe out, cow. In, cat. And out, cow. Okay, a couple more. So, get on all fours, as you are. And what I'd like you to do is to extend one of your legs, I don't care which one, and then extend the opposite arm. Okay, this is a little bit of a balance exercise. Hold it. Okay, do the other leg, extend the opposite leg, and the opposite arm. Okay, too easy. Let's do something a little harder. So this time when we extend your leg, have your, the knee that's down, just let the knee touch the ground and keep your foot up, okay? So extend it like that, okay? Reach up. Now, here's where the balance comes in. Extend your arm. A little bit more challenging, right? Okay, let's do the other one. Okay, great. All right, so sit back on your heels. And we're going to stretch out these quads here. Okay, so you might not be able to sit all the way back on your heels, that's fine. If you can't, or even as a preliminary to that, get something like a pillow. That's probably the best thing. So just put it underneath you and sit back. Okay, so that'll stretch out these quads here. They get pretty tight. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we get better at it. So I want you to just to sit up like that a couple times, pushing your hips forward. Okay, then sit back down. And then we're going to go to what's called a child's pose. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove the pillow. Now you're going to come on all the way back if you can. Stretch your arms out and put your forehead on the mat. And then, if you'd like, put your hands behind you, touch your toes, and just relax. If you can't hear me, just relax. Okay, lift your head up and come up slowly. Back onto your heels. Come on up. Hands on your hips. Push your hips forward. Let's do a lunge. Stretching out your hips here. Let's do the other one. You can really feel it here. Okay, All right, we're not going to do sun salutation. That is our yoga today. So, but here's what we're going to do. Get out your chart where we had the 5 different challenges. And what we're going to try to do is to just really pick on 2 of them that you want to see if you can beat your previous record. Okay, so I'll see how the time goes. We might only do 2 or 3 of these today. So if you figure out which 2 you want to do today, the push-ups are just as many as you can do, you know, without stopping. Sit-ups, burpees. Let's hold off the sumo. So do 2 of the 3, whether sit-ups, burpees, or mountain climbers. Which 2 do you want to do? Okay, and see if you can challenge that record that you have, or that documentation that you have. Now the idea is, let's say you did sit-ups. I did sit-ups in the last class. I knew I had to beat a certain, my motivation was to beat, I think, 32 in a minute. I was trying to beat 32. So I had that in my mind. I'm going to try to do 32. So as the clock moved on, I knew that at about 30 seconds into the minute, I needed to be at least 16. Probably a little bit more because you slow down towards the end. Okay, so you're going to look at your previous best mark, and you're going to see if you can beat that a little bit. Now, all the time, we're going to figure out with the using the Borg scale, we're not going to go past hard. Okay, I don't want you to go into maximum. So I want you to go to somewhat hard or a little bit more. Okay, so figure out your 2, whether it's going to be sit-ups, burpees, or mountain climbers. Okay, and the other one, I think we'll only do 3 today. We'll do 2 of those 3. The other one, you'll just kind of like coast, do a little maintenance. You can do push-ups on your own after we're done, and you can just do a sumo sit. Or maybe we'll even do a sumo sit in between. Okay, so figure out which one you want to do. I did sit-ups and burpees for the 5th through 8th graders. I'm going to choose mountain climbers for your group. Okay, so let's start at 12:30. And maybe you'll join me for mountain climbers. Figure out what you have to beat. And I know I need to get to about 70. Okay, ready, get set, go. And stop. Woo! Okay, write down how many you did. Okay, so let me just give you a little idea what happened with me. So I knew I had to try to beat 70. So I know you might not have been able to see the clock, but I was able to watch the clock a little bit, and I knew when I reached 30 seconds, I needed to at least be at 35, because I knew once I got towards the end of the minute, I was going to slow down. I was at about 40 at that point. So I knew my pace was really good. I had probably, I knew I was going to probably meet my goal of 70, but I still had to keep it up to do those other 30. So I did about 75. Okay, let's go ahead and just do a minute of a sumo sit. And then we'll end today with, let's see, with the mountain climbers, whether you want to do sit-ups or burpees in a minute. So for me today, I tried to push my max for sit-ups, burpees, and mountain climbers. The sumo sit, I don't think that's much of a challenge for a minute. I think what we can do for future classes is probably just move to maybe doing it towards a minute and a half or even 2 minutes and see how you develop that. Okay, all right, stop. Okay, shake it out. All right, so your choice to that, whether you want to do sit-ups in a minute or burpees in a minute. I'm not going to do it with you because I've already done that. But what I will do is I will watch the clock for you. And you can do either sit-ups or burpees. So if you're doing sit-ups, make sure that you bend your legs. Okay, cross your arms every time your elbows come up and touch your knees. That's going to be count as one. All right, so we'll start at 16:15, and I will let you know how the time progresses. Okay, ready? Get ready. Either of those. Get in your mind what you have to be. Go. Keep a nice steady pace. Keep going. Focus on your count. Focus on your speed. Okay, we've got a half minute left. Is that pace good for you? "15 seconds left. See if you can get the last couple. See if you can beat that record. 3, 2, 1. Okay, stop. So write down how many you did. Take a second to do that. Meanwhile, hopefully you still have some energy left. And when we're done, go outside and just practice your jump roping for, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. Okay, reach up into mountain pose, down, breathe in, and out. Ready, breathe in, dive down, touch your toes, reach up, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, great workout. I think we'll stop there. And next time we'll probably revisit 2 of the other ones that maybe you haven't done. Okay, great workout today, everybody.